Good morning, students. I am T.P. Singh, English lecturer, Jwala Devi Saraswati Vidya Mandir Inter College, Prayag. My dear students, today I am going to tell you about model paper of English for high school examination, and I hope that if you follow this model paper, you will surely gain good marks. Now, your model paper is, as you know that your paper is divided into three part, section A, section B, three and not four part, section A reading, section B writing, section C grammar, and section D literature. But here in section A reading part, you have to study about long unseen passage, and section A possesses, I mean that 20 marks MCQ questions, and you have to give the answer properly. For example, read the following passage carefully and choose the correct option to answer the question. Though the house and grounds belonged to my grandparents, the magnificent old banyan tree was mine, chiefly because grandfather at 65 could no longer climb it. Its spreading branches, which hung to the ground and took root again. Among them were squirrels and snails and butterflies. The tree was older than the house, older than grandfather, as old as Dehradun itself. My first friend was a small squirrel. At first it seemed to resent my invasion of his privacy. प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, आपको एक बहुत ऊंची सलाह मैं देना चाहता हूं. You have to read unseen paragraph very carefully, very carefully, and after that I'm sure that you can be able to find out suitable answer of the given questions. For example, first question is, the writer says that the tree belongs to him because his grandfather had gifted it to him. His grandfather was too old to limit it. He was very fond of it. His friend the squirrel lived in it. It means if you have properly studied this paragraph, as you know that though the house and the grounds belonged to my grandfather's parents, the magnificent old banyan tree was mine, chiefly because grandfather at 65 could no longer climb it. It's spreading. If you have proper knowledge of the paragraph, after then there will be no problem for you in giving the suitable answer. And answer number 2, the tree was as old as the grandfather, as old as Dehradun. It means as old as the house, as older as the writer. It is also based on your paragraph, and if you have properly studied this paragraph, there will be no problem for you in finding a suitable answer. Who was the first friend? Squirrel, tree, dog, and catapult. And in your my first friend was a small squirrel. In the last line of the paragraph, it is mentioned, and you there will be no problem for you in finding out proper or suitable answer. Choose the correct option to answer the following question. I to school yesterday. I to school yesterday. It means yesterday refers past tense, and our given options are go, going, went, gone. प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, go is used in simple present tense, going is used in continuous tense, gone is used in perfect tense, and went is used in simple past or past tense. Your suitable option is I went. Went to school yesterday. It means if you have properly achieved the knowledge of grammar, there will be no problem for you in giving the suitable answer. Next question. She writes a poem. She is a. She writes a poem. She is a writer, dramatist, poet, and author. As you know that poet uh, writes poem, and your answer will be poet. She is a poet. In the studies, he is in games and good both. In studies, he is in games and good both. It means this you have to rearrange this sentence, as you know that reordering. You have to reorder the words in proper and in arrangement. First option is he is both good. He is both good and study. Second option, he is both good in and studies and games. He is good in both studies and games. He is good both in studies and in games. It means he is good in both studies and games. And it means while giving the answer of such type of question, you have to know where our subject is used, where our helping verb is used, where our main verb is used, where our object is used, and you must take proper care, and after that I am sure that you can do it properly. And your next question, which of the following is correctly spelled? Wonder, WONDER, blunder, BLUNDER, receive, RECEIVE, and splendor. Which of the following is correctly spelled? Wonder, blunder, receive, and splendor. It means if you have proper knowledge about spelling, you can do it properly. And wonder, WONDER. He has been suffering from fever Monday. Your option is since, for, from, in. As you know that since denotes point of time, while for denotes period of time. Since is used before days of the week, months of the year, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, morning, evening. Before these happenings, we use since. He has been suffering from fever. Here given is Monday. Monday is point of time, and therefore our option will be since. Next, question number 9. Read the following passage and choose the correct option to answer. It is really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. I hope it passes quickly. It did not pass quickly for the 1 hour. The hail rained on the house, the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. Field was while, not white, as it covered. Field what? Field was white as it covered with salt, not a leaf remained on the trees. The crops were totally destroyed. The flowers were gone. Flowers were gone from the plants. Lencho's soul was filled with sadness. It means, my dear student, this paragraph is asked from a letter to God. G.L. Funes is writer. And if you have properly take the study of this lesson, I am sure that there will be no problem for you in giving suitable answer. For example, if you have properly make reading of this paragraph, after then you can give suitable answer of the given question. It is really getting bad now. It refers here to rain, sunlight, sandstone, hailstone. It means it is really getting bad now. It refers to, As you know, it is really getting bad now, exclaimed the man. I hope it passed quickly. Did not pass quickly. For 1 hour, the hail rained on the house, the garden. It means your paragraph indicates about a hailstone and your suitable choice will be hailstone. Lencho hoped it would pass quickly because the ripe corn could flourish more. The ripe corn would be destroyed in it. The land was over flooded. The house would get down. It means if you have studied this paragraph, your suitable answer will be the ripe corn would be destroyed in it. And question number 11. What did Lencho think of the post office employees? It means what did Lencho think of the post office employees? लेंचो पोस्ट ऑफिस के जो कर्मचारी थे उनके बारे में क्या सोचता था? बंच ऑफ क्रूक्स, bunch of crooks. सॉरी, एक दो तीन है ना. It means bunch of crooks, not crooks. Rude, proud, bunch of crooks. इसमें जैसे बहन जी ये crooks लिख bunch of crooks. It means ठगों का झुंड. What began Mandela's hunger for the freedom? What began Mandela's hunger for freedom? Fact that it had already been taken away from him, his obligation towards people, his obligation towards his family, he was born to fight. It means his obligation towards people. It means he was too much obliged for his people. मंडेला जो अपने लोगों, अपने सबसे अधिक अपने लोगों को, अपने नेशन को लाइक करता था. वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन. एंड question number 13, who is the author of Kuruk? It means if you have, you, my dear student, I want to tell you that you must learn the name of the lesson and the writer of your reader's lesson and poetries, because the name of the lesson and the name of the writer is asked in your question paper. You must learn it, and after then if you are sure about author of the any lesson, you can do it. Question number 14, 15. Read the given extract and choose the option to answer the following questions. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars and the stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. It means you have to also know about the poet of this given stanza. As I told you that if you properly, you will learn the name of the poem and along with poet, the name of the lesson along with the author. After then, I am sure that there will be no problem for you in giving the answer of name of the lesson or the writer. Your next question, what does he hear at night? Voice of caretaker, last voice of the patrolling cars, voice of co-animals, choose surrounding. Patrolling cars voice you have to mention it. And question number 6 will be, choose the correct option to answer the following question. Who was Mrs. Pumphrey? The maid, the caretaker, the nurse, the mistress. If you study this chapter, as you know that she was the mistress of family, the mistress. Holy was the daughter of collector Ramlal, Tahsildar Ramlal, Inspector Ramlal, Nambardar Ramlal. Holy was the daughter of Nambardar Ramlal. It means all these type of questions based on your thoroughly study of your chapter. If you have studied the chapter thoroughly after, then I'm sure there will be no problem for you in giving MC question, any type of MC question in your examination. Did they find the last necklace? No. Yes. Not mentioned. Maybe. No. Richard Abright was a actor, singer, engineer, scientist. As you know that he was scientist. It means these type of, my dear student, I want to tell you that if you have a proper knowledge of given chapter in your syllabus, I'm sure that there will be no problem for you in giving MCQ type answer. Except this, you must learn the name of the lesson along with the writer, name of the poem along with the poet, and after then you can able to give satisfactory answer in your question paper. Who was the thief of the story? The thief story, Hari Singh, Anil, Mandal, Pandey, and Suresh. As you know that Hari Singh, because Hari Singh always changed his name and he was the thief. These are the questions of part A. And as you know that part A contains 20 marks. 20 marks are, it means if you have properly taken care towards this part, I'm sure that there will be no problem for you in giving suitable answer anymore. Part B. Reading. Most of the girls belonging to poor families do not go to school, rural areas. When asked, their parents would say that they want their daughters to be educated. They stay at home because their parents believe that the kinds of education on offer is not appropriate for their daughters or because they feel the risks are too great. Girls are sexually harassed sometimes by their fellow students, or teachers or by strangers or as they walk down to school. These pressures are central to low environment and retention of girls. Poverty also plays its part. It her clothes are torn. Girls from poor families will stay at home. In such cases, they are forced by the demands of modesty and poverty. It means, my dear students, This is given paragraph for you, and you have to take proper study of this paragraph, and after then you can give suitable answer of the given question. What role does poverty play in the education of girls? Give two reasons why the parents do not send then daughters. Their daughters to school, though they want them to be educated. Give the which word in passage means keep in place. What is the opposite of the word poor? Poor opposite rich. It means you have to know that if you want to gain good marks in your English paper, first of all, you must prepare yourself in such way so that you can be able to achieve good marks in your coming examination, and your writing must be, your handwriting must be good, your matters must be impressive and effective, and you have to give your answer in proper sequence. And next, writing. Write a letter to friend inviting him to attend your brother's marriage. प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, ये पत्र लेटर वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू इन कमिंग एग्जामिनेशन, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, and I'm sure that if you prepared this type of letter in your examination, I'm sure that there will be no problem for you in giving writing all letter or application. And except this, write a letter to your friend inviting him in your birthday party. It is also very important letter. And except this, you have to prepare about this letter, write a letter to your father asking him 500 rupees to purchase some books, or write an application to the principal requesting to grant you full fee concession in fee. Very, very important application. And as you know that if you know the format of application or letter in proper way, after then I'm sure that there will be no problem for you in writing application or letter. यदि आप जो प्रारूप होता है हिंदी में जिसका मतलब, और उसको आप जानते हो, फॉर एग्जाम्पल टू द प्रिंसिपल, name of college, sir, respectfully I beg to say that I am a student of 10th class of your college. The economic condition of my father is very poor. He cannot able to afford my fee. I have got full fee last year. I therefore request you to grant me full fee concession thanks to your kindness. Yours obediently, or your obedient pupil. It means all these matters will be written left side, and after then dated. If you know it means format of application or letter in proper way, there will be no problem for you in giving suitable answer. Write an application to the principal of, except this, you must prepare other application just like write an application to the principal of your college requesting to grant you change subject, to grant you permission for TC or transfer certificate. Your mother is ill, your father has gone out, you have to look after your mother. Write an application to the principal of a college to grant you 3 days leave to look after your mother. These are also important application for your examination, and you must prepare these application for your coming examination. You are Ramesh, a reporter of Times of India. You are an eyewitness to the lunch of VRI affected by the Godhra riots, write a report. Or it means you have to write a report in your examination, and your report will be in short but in impressive words. Or write an essay article on the following topics in about 60-80 words. Important of games and sports in life. As you know that if you want to make proper study of your essay writing, you have to prepare the essay festival, Holi or Deepavali, very important. The book you like most, very important. Your favorite teacher, very important essay. The game you like most, your great leader, Mahatma Gandhi, your neighbor, and the science. It means essay is surely asked related science, and your hobby, visit to a zoo, visit to historical place or building, visit to fair, journey by train. It means these are very important. And at high school level, your essay may be your principal, your college, your mother, your father, postman. These essay may be asked in your question paper. But if your word power is good, if your translation is good, if your translation is strong, you have the capacity of translating Hindi conversion to English. After that, I'm sure there will be no problem for you, either in writing application, letter, essay, short answer, long of anything. It means everything based on translation. Therefore, my dear student, I want to suggest you that you must make your translation in strong condition, so that whenever or wherever you have to express yourself, you have not to feel any type of problem. Therefore, you must collect word power in proper way. Your translation must be too much strong, and after that I'm sure that you could write. And the name of the essay which I told you today, you must take proper care toward those topics, because I'm sure that if you will prepare about these topics, there will be no problem for you in writing essay writing. As you know that in high school level, outlines is given. For example, introduction, necessity, importance, and conclusion. Rewrite the changing into indirect speech. He said to me, please help me. He told me, no. My dear student, you must know that please indicates about request. If word please is mentioned in your reporting speech, after then your said to will be changed into requested. He requested me. Requested me to help. Me is first person object. It is changed according to subject of reporting work. Our subject is he, and object of he is him. He requested me to help him. change the following into passive voice. They refused him admission. He was, they refused him admission. He was refused admission by them. It means while changing in passive voice, as you know that object of active voice becomes subject of passive voice. Subject of active voice becomes object of passive voice, and before that of new object we use preposition by. Third form of the main verb will be used in each senses, and as you know that this sentence is in simple past or past perfect tense. First of all, you have to find out which is our object, and that object will be subject, and according to the new subject our helping verb will be used. He was refused admission by them. Punctuate the following. I said to my mother, please help me to solve my question. I will be in capital letter. Said to my mother, comma, inverted comma, please help me to solve my problem, full stop, inverted comma, close. It means in punctuation you must know that letter I will be written in capital letter. Either I is used in beginning of sentence, middle of sentence, or anywhere. I always written in capital letter. Except this, we can say that if our sentence denotes that few part of the sentence will be in inverted comma, we must quote it. And after then, your next question is translation. ईश्वर चंद विद्यासागर एक योग्य अध्यापक थे. While doing translation, my dear student, you must take proper care that agreement of verb must be known to you. It means if you know about the proper use of verbs, after that, I am sure there will be no problem for you in giving suitable translation. ईश्वरचंद विद्यासागर was an able teacher. कई विद्यार्थी उनके पास पढ़ने जाते थे. Many students went to him to study. विद्यासागर ने विद्यार्थियों की विविधता के लिए व्याकरण की एक पुस्तक लिखी. देखो ये भी चीज है, हमको ये ध्यान देना चाहिए बेटा, किसी भी वाक्य का जो अंतिम वर्ड होता है वो वर्ड बताता है कि वाक्य किस टेंस का है, और जो टेंस आपको पता चल गया, इट मीन्स स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द टेंस. आपको स्ट्रक्चर यू मस्ट नो स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द टेंस, आपको जानना चाहिए, और इसके बाद में कोई प्रॉब्लम आपको होगी नहीं. विद्यासागर रोट अ ग्रामर बुक फॉर द कन्वेंट ऑफ द स्टूडेंट्स. उन्होंने शिक्षा की उन्नति के लिए अनेक कार्य किए. ही डिड मेनी वर्क फॉर द प्रोग्रेस ऑफ एजुकेशन. ट्रांसलेशन करते समय आपको मैं एक सुझाव दूंगा. पहली बात, वाक्य का जो अंतिम वर्ड है बेटा, वो ये बताता है कि वाक्य किस टेंस का है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल टेंस का की पहचान करिए. इसके बाद ये देखो वाक्य अफर्मेटिव है कि नेगेटिव है कि इंट्रोगेटिव है, और इंट्रोगेटिव नेगेटिव है. बिकॉज प्रत्येक टेंस में 4 प्रकार के वाक्य रहते हैं: अफर्मेटिव, नेगेटिव, इंट्रोगेटिव एंड इंट्रोगेटिव नेगेटिव. पहचान कर लीजिए सेंटेंस की. फिर देखो कि व्हाट इज आवर सब्जेक्ट. हमारा सब्जेक्ट क्या है बेटा? क्यों कि आवर वर्ब्स विल बी यूज्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर सब्जेक्ट. हमारे जो वर्ब्स हैं विल बी यूज्ड अकॉर्डिंग टू हमारा. इफ आवर सब्जेक्ट इज सिंगुलर वी यूज सिंगुलर वर्ब, इफ आवर सब्जेक्ट इज प्लूरल वी यूज प्लूरल वर्ब. तो हमें अपने सब्जेक्ट के बारे में जानना है. और दूसरी बात, जो जैसा कि आई टोल्ड यू, यू मस्ट टेक प्रॉपर केयर टुवर्ड्स द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ द टेंस, स्ट्रक्चर, अफर्मेटिव का अलग स्ट्रक्चर, नेगेटिव का अलग स्ट्रक्चर, इंट्रोगेटिव अलग स्ट्रक्चर एंड इंट्रोगेटिव नेगेटिव का अलग स्ट्रक्चर होता है। आपको बहुत सावधानी पूर्वक ट्रांसलेट बेटा करना चाहिए, क्योंकि एकदम everything is based on your translation. If your translation good, after then I'm sure that you can write good short answer, good long answer, letter writing, report writing, everything is based on your translation. Therefore, my dear student, I want to suggest you that you must take proper care towards your translation. And now our literature. Answer any two of the following questions in about 30 or 40 words. एक चीज आपको बता दें, बोर्ड हैज गिवन यू 3 hours and 15 minutes, 3 घंटा 15 मिनट समय मिला आपको बेटा। तो जो 15 मिनट्स टाइम है वो दैट टाइम इज फॉर योर प्रॉपर स्टडी ऑफ योर क्वेश्चन पेपर। क्वेश्चन पेपर को ठीक प्रकार से पढ़ना। बहुत सारे विद्यार्थी देखा जाता है कि आंसर तो दे दिए, बट ये नहीं देखे कि वो 30 और 40 वर्ड में देना था और 60 वर्ड में देना था। क्वेश्चन पूछा, उन्होंने दे दिया आंसर, एक पूछा 2 दे दिए, कहेंगे सर दोनों हमने कर दिया। ऐसा नहीं बेटा, जितना पूछा जाए, अगर आपका नाम पूछा तो पिताजी के नाम ना बताइए। इट मीन्स योर आंसर मस्ट बी अकॉर्डिंग टू रिक्वायरमेंट ऑफ क्वेश्चन। जैसे why was Lencho annoyed with the postal employees? Why was Lencho annoyed with the postal employees? Lencho postal employees से नाराज क्यों था? Because he got only 70 pesos and he thought that 30 pesos were taken by those employees, post employees. उन्होंने सोचा कि जो मैंने गार्ड को लेटर में 100 के डिमांड किया था, मेरे पास 70 आया, 30 इन्होंने ले लिया, इसलिए उनसे नाराज था। हाउ डिड मंडेला हंगर फॉर फ्रीडम? वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन बेटा, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन, इसको जरूर पढ़िएगा। मे बी आस्क इन योर क्वेश्चन पेपर। डिस्क्राइब योर व्यूज अबाउट मिसेस सिंह एज ए टीचर। ऑल दीज 3 questions are very important for you and you must study these the answer of these questions properly. Or describe about Annie's early education. Question number 6. Answer any one of the following questions in about 60 words. It means your long answer must be in 60 words. Your short answer must be in 30 or 40 words. अभी आपको एग्जाम में देना बेटा 1 मार्च को इंग्लिश का। मैं आपको एक सुझाव दूंगा कि यू मस्ट प्रैक्टिस योर सेल्फ। प्रैक्टिस कर लो, प्रैक्टिस करिए। प्रैक्टिस एज यू नो दैट practice makes man perfect. More practice, more knowledge. Less practice, less knowledge. Therefore, you must practice yourself. Answer any one following questions in about 60 words. What does Mandela think about patriots? Can they be repaid? Give a thief sketch of इसको अगर हटाना हो, ब्रीफ होता है, ब्रीफ। Sketch of Annie's life or Griffin. Write 4 lines from one of the poems given in your textbook. Don't copy out the lines given the questions paper. ये क्वेश्चन बेटा आता है 4 लाइन की पोएम लिखने के लिए। मैं आपको बता दूं सभी प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, ये बिल्कुल आउट क्वेश्चन है, वेरी एकदम आउट है कि 4 लाइन की पोएम परीक्षा में आना ही आना है। 101% आना है। इसके लिए करना हमको क्या है, जिससे हमको पूर्णांक मिल जाए इसमें बेटा। योर 4 lines poem must be written by you just like it is given in your book। पुस्तक में जैसे लिखा गया एज इट इज, बिल्कुल उसी तरह जैसे पुस्तक में लिखा गया, यूज ऑफ कॉमा, कैपिटल लेटर, फुल स्टॉप, एकदम उसी तरह से आपको 4 लाइन पोएम लिख देना है और इन गुड हैंड राइटिंग, तो पूरा का पूरा पूर्णांक आपको मिल जाएगा। और ये हम लोग शुरू से बताते आ रहे हैं कि ये आउट क्वेश्चन है, बिल्कुल आना ही आना है, फिर भी आप ठीक से प्रैक्टिस नहीं कर पाते हो, निश्चित आएगा ये बेटा। एंड गिव द central idea any one of the following: dust of snow, tiger in the zoo, fire and ice। very very important poems are given, you have to prepare yourself about the central idea of the poem। and central idea, it means you have to give your view in short form, short way। what is the theme of the poem, you have to mention it in your central idea। Question number 9, answer any one of the following questions in about 60 words। why did Anil hire Hari Singh? अनिल ने हरि सिंह क्यों हायर किया? एंड योर आंसर मस्ट बी इन 60 वर्ड्स बेटा। देखो, मैंने आपको चीज बताया, प्रिय विद्यार्थी, एक चीज बहुत ध्यान सुनो, परीक्षा प्रारंभ होने से पहले आपको अपने क्वेश्चन पेपर को ठीक से पढ़ना है, समझ के कायदे से लिखना है, और मान लो जितने क्वेश्चन दिए गए हैं उनको प्रॉपर सीक्वेंस में लिखना है। हैंड राइटिंग हमारी अच्छी हो, कटिंग बिल्कुल ना हो, बिल्कुल ना हो। बाइज में अगर कहीं हो भी गया उसको बहुत लाइटली उसको काट दीजिए, ऐसा नहीं कि उसको पेंट कर दीजिए। और ऐसा अगर आप करेंगे तो एग्जामिनर आपकी कॉपी से इंप्रेस होगा और आपको बहुत अच्छा मार्क्स देगा। बी, व्हाट वर द रीजंस फॉर मटिल्डाज अनहैप्पीनेस? मटिल्डा की अनहैप्पीनेस का कारण क्या था, ये आपको 60 वर्ड में देना बेटा। क्वेश्चन नंबर 10, आंसर एनी वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग क्वेश्चन इन अबाउट 60 वर्ड्स। ये दोनों 60 वर्ड हो गए क्या? Question number 10, answer any one of the following questions in about 60 words। why is Mrs. Pumphrey worried about Tricky? write a characteristics of Hari Singh। प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, देखो, कैरेक्टर स्केच तो हरि सिंह का यहाँ दिया गया है, लेकिन आप लोग कैरेक्टर्स के बारे में, कैरेक्टर स्केच ऑफ लेंचो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, characteristics of Bholi very important, Nelson Mandela very important, postmaster very important, and it means characteristics of Griffin very important। इनको आपको ठीक से पढ़ना है। देखो, ग्रिफिन का कैरेक्टर, लेंचो कैरेक्टर, पोस्टमास्टर कैरेक्टर, नेल्सन मंडेला कैरेक्टर, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट कैरेक्टर्स हैं। इन्हें आप ठीक से अगर तैयार करेंगे तो आपको निश्चित रूप से, देखो, लॉन्ग आंसर में एक आंसर आता है इंसिडेंट पे बेटा, और दूसरा रहता है हमारा कैरेक्टराइजेशन पे, कैरेक्टर्स पे रहता है। लेकिन देखो, बता दें, जो इंसिडेंटल क्वेश्चंस होते हैं उन क्वेश्चनों को जो भैया अटेम्प्ट करता है उसे अच्छे मार्क्स मिलते हैं, बिकॉज इंसिडेंटल क्वेश्चंस विल बी रिटन बाय दोज स्टूडेंट्स हु नो अबाउट दैट इंसिडेंट। घटना परक आंसर वही भैया उत्तर देगा जिसको उसके बारे में पता होगा। और कैरेक्टर्स तो किसी कैरेक्टर बना के आप लिख सकते हो थोड़ा बहुत, लेकिन हाँ अगर कैरेक्टर्स में भी आप ठीक से लिखेंगे तो उसमें भी मार्क्स मिलते हैं अच्छे। प्रिय विद्यार्थियों, आपकी परीक्षा बहुत अच्छी हो। आपको ईश्वर कृपा से 70 में आप 60 प्लस रहें मैक्सिमम भैया हमारे। आप जिस सुझाव को बताया गया यदि उसको आप सुटेबल ढंग से फॉलो करेंगे तो बिल्कुल अच्छे मार्क्स मिलेंगे आपको। हम लोग की शुभकामना आपके साथ है। अच्छी तैयारी, ठीक प्रकार से लिखना, हर क्वेश्चन को ठीक प्रकार अटेम्प्ट करना आपकी जिम्मेदारी है। और मैंने जैसे कहा, कुल मिला के मान लीजिए अगर 10 क्वेश्चन हैं तो 10 क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम 1 to 10 हो बेटा, और अच्छी राइटिंग में हो, अच्छे इम्प्रेसिव वर्ड्स में हो, तो मेरे ख्याल से आपको बहुत अच्छी सफलता प्राप्त होगी इंग्लिश में। एंड बेस्ट ऑफ लक फॉर ऑल ऑफ यू in coming examination. That's all.